This is Linux running inside a MacBook Pro 2017 on a bare metal with Intel inside. In the last few videos, you guys asked me how did I manage installing Ubuntu 22.04 on a Mac. Hey guys, KSQRL here. In this video, I'm going to address everything you need to know about Linux running on a Mac. There are so many Linux distributions out there that can be installed on x86 hardware without any issues. After trying out a few Linux distributions on my MacBook Pro, I chose to stick with Ubuntu 22.04 LTS, and it's the only distribution that works in a niche way. For 10 years, I've been using Linux and love tinkering with open source software. The challenges that I faced when it comes to installing Linux on MacBook were terrible. From creating a partition to making a functional bootable USB, I felt it's not that easy. But somehow, after multiple attempts, I tried a way to make the dual boot work with macOS without any data loss. At this point, many people might be wondering why the heck you need Linux on a Mac. There are two main reasons I want to mention. Let's say if your Mac is not running the latest version of macOS or it feels suffocated after updating, then you may try to sell your MacBook and upgrade to the new one. But there are a few people out there who still use the sluggish macOS on their outdated machine. This is where Linux comes into the picture. It gives a brand new life to the MacBook. So if you are using MacBook for general computing or coding, then you can replace the macOS with the Linux desktop that is going to open a door to experience free software. Keep in mind, macOS is a supreme operating system. It's very powerful in every possible way compared to Linux. But the older MacBooks running the latest macOS give a terrible user experience. To escape from it, you can use macOS alternatives like Linux, which is available for free of cost. As I said, Linux offers many distributions which use different desktop environments. This creates a problem in choosing the best distribution. As of now, according to my testing, Ubuntu and Fedora are working better on old Mac computers. I haven't tested any Linux distro on an M1 chip, but there is one Linux distribution that is ported to the M1 series exclusively, known as Asahi Linux. Now, as you can see, this is Ubuntu 22.04 LTS running on an Intel-based MacBook Pro. The GNOME desktop on MacBook looks incredible. It's lightning fast and the OS is much responsive. From opening applications to rendering UI elements in real time is pretty good. Unlike macOS, Linux is highly customizable. You can change themes, accent colors, add desktop effects, install extensions, and do whatever the thing you need. It provides a full control to an end user to tweak the OS according to their taste. Apple perfectly customizes the MacBook from CPU to RAM to SSD. Everything works for hand in hand. This indeed makes this software run much better than other laptops. Performance-wise, I would say Linux runs excellent on my MacBook Pro without any hiccups. There is a minor battery draining issue I have noticed on my MacBook Pro, which is kinda bummer. If you are working with graphic-intensive applications, you may notice the battery drains up faster than normal usage. Speaking about the problems that I faced was with the drivers, things like microphone, sound, and FaceTime camera are Apple design, which is very hard to make them work with open source drivers. According to my usage, Mostly you may face an issue in regards to Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and sound. Thanks to the online forums, I tried to manage to fix the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but I couldn't manage the sound working. Apart from that, the touchpad works very well, and if you are running GNOME desktop, you can take full advantage of touchpad gestures to swipe through between the workspaces and do more. One thing I forgot to mention, I'm impressed with my MacBook Pro. It has Intel Iris graphics, and I managed to install graphic drivers to take advantage of hardware acceleration, decoding, and rendering of the user interface. Overall, I would say some modules on Mac hardware are super annoying, and to make it work with open source drivers is very painful. You need to take help from GitHub or online forums to make them work correctly. Keep in mind, don't expect running Linux on a Mac to be very easy. You need a lot of patience when it comes to installing and tuning the OS to make it usable. Only the thing I can say is that if your MacBook is older than 7 years, then you can try Linux. It works very well with minor issues. So the bottom line of this video, Linux on MacBook is amazing. It gives a brand new life to the older MacBooks by providing the Mac OS-like user experience, which is available for free of cost. If in case you want to see an installation video of Linux on a Mac, comment down below. If the video gets 1000+ likes, I will make a step-by-step installation video of Linux on a MacBook. And that's pretty much it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching my video. This has been KSK Ryle. I will catch you in my next one. Peace.